want us to sing you a song like we did last time?
Yes, please.
It'll cost you.
I'll give you 1,000 money.
Deal. When I was a little boy, when I was just a boy, and the devil called my name, when I was just a boy, I say now who do you think you're fooling? When I was just a boy, I'm a consecrated boy. When I was just a boy, I'm a singer in a Sunday choir. Oh, my mama loves me, she loves me. She gets down on her knees and hug me. Oh, she loves me like a rock. She rocks me like the rock of ages and loves me. She loved me, love me, love me, love me. When I was grown to be a man, and the devil would call my name, grown to be a man. I said, now who do you think you're fooling? To be a man. I'm a consummated man, grown to be a man. I can snatch a little purity. Oh, my mama loves me. She loves me. She gets down on her knees and loves me like she loves me.
Sugar the Play, a Cash team production, is looking for actors and singers to fill several slots for this upcoming live play. For more information, please call 216-394-8926. That's Sugar the Play, auditions at 216-394-8926.
Busy guy. And we're just going to have some fun today for the viewing audience. By the way, go to our Facebook Live page, go to our YouTube page, and like and subscribe. And please share TalkBack Live with the other viewers out there. Okay, so we've got a special guest. We're going to talk about some music. We're going to talk about Eric Nolan's what he's currently doing with his career. We're going to talk about a little bit of history of what he's been doing with the Mighty Mighty OJs. And if you have some questions or comments, please put them in the chat. We'll make sure that Eric Nolan has a chance to speak with you today on TalkBack Live. Eric, it is a thrill to have you on TalkBack Live. Let's start with you're a Clevelander like I am. You're from Cleveland. Let's talk a little bit about your history here in the city of Cleveland, growing up here in Cleveland.
Yes, I'm born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio. My history, I mean, well, as you know, Cleveland is one of those cities that they say that if you can make it out of Cleveland, you can make it anywhere. And it's a cesspool of entertainment and great artists here. Unfortunately, we're not of the elite like the New Yorks and the LAs and even the Atlantas. But we have such great talent here that once we do get a chance to get out and get abroad, we seem to sustain pretty good because we kind of edgy here in Cleveland, and so we're able to weather the storm when it comes to the entertainment business. You know what I mean? I came up just like everyone else. No, let me rephrase that. I didn't come up like everyone else did because, like as you hear a lot of these entertainers say. They say, well, they came up in the church and they, you know, that's the path that they took, and they, sung in church. I didn't. I didn't. I was in the church choir maybe later on, like maybe 19, 20 years old. But I wasn't even a lead singer then. They kept me in the sing, in the choir.
Right.
So I got discouraged because all I've ever known was being out front and singing and being a lead singer. Now they didn't let me sing in the church. I guess they had their people, and so I got discouraged. And I didn't never go back. I tried it for a year, and I'm like, you ain't gonna let me sing. I don't see no reason why here, because God is in my heart. It ain't in this it ain't in this church right here. So I just left. I didn't so
Right,
I didn't come
right.
I didn't come up that way. I came up singing in bars. My mother used to take me to bars when I was a kid, and we used to sing I used to sing for change, and they would throw money on the ground, and my mother would pick it up, and that's how we would eat. You know what I'm saying? We would go get some butter beans. We would
Right,
go get
right,
some butter
right. Some
beans,
good old
bruh,
cooking.
and some cornbread that
Right,
lasted for
right,
about 3 days.
right.
Man,
Yeah, yeah.
man, and some
That's awesome. You had a
Kool-Aid.
some Yeah, it sounds like you had a supportive mom, and she thought it, she thought out of the box, so to speak.
Oh, yes,
And
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
she sounds like she was pretty innovative there. And she decided that you needed to get out there, and that's great. That's a great start when you have supportive parents. I like what you said starting off about Clevelanders. This show is coming live to all of the viewers out there all over the country, live from the city of Cleveland. I'm a Clevelander, grew up here, consider Cleveland my home. And you're absolutely correct. Clevelanders have some sort of an edge to us, and we're survivors.
Hmm.
If you can make it here in the city of Cleveland, the word goes you can make it anywhere, and that has proven to be so true. I mean, you look at Steve Harvey from Cleveland. You look at so many entertainers who come out of Cleveland. Even Bob Hope came from the
Hmm.
city of
Hmm.
Cleveland
Hmm.
and went on to become world famous, just like yourself now in the Mighty OJs. And so, yeah, Clevelanders like that. And we're proud of it. We're very, very proud of it. We love to say we travel, where you're from. I'm from Cleveland,
Hmm.
so that's pretty cool. We're going to talk about your career. I mean, you're more than just a member of the OJs, which is in itself just a great compliment to the music industry. You've contributed on behalf of as a member of the OJs, but you're a vocalist. I mean, you're a songwriter, you're an actor, and you write songs as well as perform songs, and you're an actor. We're going to talk a little bit, if you don't mind. We're going to go back just a little bit, back to 2003. You appeared in a film called The Fighting Temptations,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
along with others, there was Cuba Gooding, there was Beyonce, of course, the other members of the OJs, and Mike Epps was also in that film,
Angie
and
Stone, Melba
Angie
Moore.
Stone, yeah, yeah, and you guys it was the hit. The movie was a hit, and so tell me, let's start right there. How was that for you?
Um, I don't really think, and this sometimes this bothers me about me. I don't really realize, what I'm doing until after it's done. You know what I mean? And it'd be years before I even realize what impact we made, or what type of impact the movie made. I
Right,
just knew that we were going to be in a movie, and I wanted to be in a movie. And when I got a chance to be with all these different actors and actresses and entertainers, we had formed such a bond, such a family bond. It never really felt like work. So I don't think I got a chance to really just bask in it at that time, because people like Montel Jordan, Melba Moore, Rue McCullahan, um, uh, those people were so warm the set was warm. The set was family. It's like
Wow.
everybody looked out for each other, and it was just a great feel. And that's probably why it resonated into the movie. That was a feel good movie. And this is, and what I'm telling you, it's not like it's not a Hollywood script. It's not something that we were coached that we have to say. So I didn't get a chance to really bask in it like very well, really like now. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because I mean, the movie is almost 20 years old,
Right.
and it was just on yesterday. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I don't know the impact of that movie until people say, young people say you were in the Fighting Temptation. I'm trying to say, well, how you know that? I don't even have my braids no more. I don't even have my braids no more. How you know it was me? You know what I mean?
Right.
And the bug of wanting to do more movies because Jonathan was such a great director that he directed us into being actors when
Hmm.
that's not what we do. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, the bug it kind of, and we were supposed to do it. We're supposed to do a two. We're supposed to do a, Fighting Temptation two. I don't know. I don't know what's. I know about 3 years ago they were talking about it. So I don't know, but I'm up for it. I love acting, and that I think I would be decent. Samuel Jackson gave me a great piece of advice when it came to acting. He told me, he said, once you do you and you do good at doing you, then people will hire you to be you. And that's all you have to do is just be you. If you notice, Samuel Jackson is Samuel Jackson in every movie that he plays.
Oh my God. Yeah. Absolutely.
He's, he's
Absolutely.
nobody else. He's nobody different. He's not Othello over here, or he's not, Shakespeare over here. He's
Right.
Samuel Jackson, period. And that was
Exactly.
that was the same thing that they told me about radio. They told me the same thing about radio. He said, once they learn who you are, and once they get a hold of your character or who you are, you just continue to be who you are. So I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to act some more. So I think some
Yeah.
things are coming up in the
Yeah,
future.
I think you are. You certainly picked up the acting bug. You also appeared in a film called The Major just a few years
Ah, how
ago.
you know about that? Don't nobody know about that. How am I gonna even mention it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I did. A young lady, the young lady who did that movie, who wrote, produced, and directed that movie, she did a story on a part of my life called I Am a Brother's Keeper. And so that's the same lady who wrote the script for that. And she called me and asked me would I do a cameo in that movie. So I flew down to Atlanta and did a cameo, and I came back the same night. So all the stuff that I was supposed to be in, that's what they shot that day. So she let me do my single at the time. My single was in my life. So she wanted me to do my single on the show and do the red carpet and that kind of stuff. And I didn't even know nobody knew about that movie. I never promoted it.
Right, right. Well, that's okay. So you're picking up, more and more experience in the acting field, and you're a natural at it. I mean, that's something I don't think it appears that you have to work really, really hard at, the acting part of it. And it appears now that this stage in your life, you're exploring, more and more things, including the acting, songwriting. I understand
Yes, ma'am.
that you've done more and more of that lately over the
Yes,
last few years, writing your own songs. And I think I'm pretty sure you got some new material I know coming out as
yep,
well.
I do.
So you've been busy, and
Yes,
that's great. Let's talk a bit about the Mighty OJs because they're a phenomenon, not only here in the city of Cleveland, but all over the world. You guys have traveled everywhere. You've been on every continent to entertain folks. And let's talk about your spot there with the OJs. You became a part of the OJs back in 1995. So you've been with the
right.
OJs now for a long, long time. You are a part of the OJs. Um, I also know that you used to sing here locally with the Deltones, which is a local group here in the city
Hmm.
of Cleveland.
Hmm.
And so, how did that come about that you were even introduced to possibly becoming a member of the OJs?
Okay, the condensed version of that is the Deltones was a very well-known group in here in the city of Cleveland. I started that group back when I was like in the seventh grade. And so when I would go to different I mean, I just kept on putting different guys in the group until I felt like I came up with the right chemistry. And when I did come up with the right chemistry, we, so to speak, took the city of Cleveland by storm. I mean, like we were the next ones in line behind the Daz band. Like we
Right.
should have had a big record. You know, we was hoping to get the big record, like the Daz band, and be the next ones out. Well, I couldn't think of no way to get it done in that kind of arena. So what I did was I seeked out Walter Williams of the OJs, and we had a meeting with him and asked him to be our manager. And so he agreed to be our manager. So he got us over at Philadelphia with Gamble and Huff and Bunny City.
Mm-hmm.
So we started recording up there. So now, fast forwarding, that the word got out that we were cutting up in Philly. The Deltones were cut, and at the time that the Deltones started cutting up in Philadelphia, they changed our name to Wealthy. That was going to be the name. So now what happens is Gerald Levert was just a kid, and so what he he thought we were about to become these big stars, and so he became friends with me, and we formed a brotherhood. But Gerald's thing was, if I get in good with him, if he gets in the door, then he'll bring me in. And that was our little bond. Whoever makes it first, bring the other one in. It just so happened the deal fell through. It didn't happen because we thought we were going to be the next OJs.
Right.
And so we were being groomed. We were being groomed to be the next OJs in line when the OJs fell off. Well, now we know the OJs never fell off.
Right.
So they put us on the shelf, and Walter took us away from there. Then Gerald formed a three-man group. Sean, because he was a solo artist at first, and Sean was on drums and Mark was on piano.
Right.
Took them off of there, formed a three-man group. They got the big record deal. And when Gerald found a spot to pull me in, you know, when Sammy left and went back to Lil Anthony and the Imperials, he told his father about me, and I auditioned.
Yeah. Right. I've heard the story that Gerald was a big influence on you joining the OJs. We're going to ask you to just share a little bit more about that on the other side of the break. We're going to take a break right now. Stay tuned and we'll see you on the other side. We ran a little over on the break, but that's okay.
Searching in my life, it's just perfect in my life. Only sunshine in my life, doing just fine in my life. In a dream, sometimes it's like I'm in a dream. But nobody there but her and me. Paradise. In her I found paradise. I would walk 10 million miles just to look in her eyes. Can't imagine how it would be without you in my life. Wonder how I would live without you. the days go. In my life, happiness is irregular. In my life, so blessed, cause I got her. In my life, in a dream. Sometimes it's like I'm in a dream. Her and me, with nobody there but her and me. Paradise. In her I found paradise. I would walk 10,000,000 miles just to look in her eyes. Can't imagine how it would be without you. In my life. Wonder how I would live without you. In my life. You got me wrapped up around your finger, and I ain't going nowhere. Can't imagine how it would be without you. In my life. Need you in my life, every day and every night. You got me, I've got you, I can't see. Can't imagine how it would be without you. I can't. My life. Wonder how I would live without you. Live without you, baby. You got me wrapped up around your finger, and I ain't going nowhere. Said I ain't going nowhere. Can't imagine how it would be without you. Don't you know that I can't live without you? Can't imagine how it would be without you. Can't imagine. Oh, wonder how I would live without you. In my life. You got me wrapped up around your finger, and I ain't going nowhere. Can't imagine how it would be without you.
Hey, welcome back to Talk Back Live. My special guest today is none other than fellow Clevelander, Cleveland's own homegrown Eric Nolan, member of the OJs, but he is also an actor, songwriter, singer. He was sharing just a bit before the break about his being a member now for a number of years with the OJs, the famous OJs. The clip that you just saw there was titled "In My Life," by Eric Nolan, the musician and the vocalist. And I understand that you co-wrote that song. Is that correct? Is that correct,
Yes,
Eric?
with Jay Sean Champion. Yes, ma'am.
Great, great. So that your most recent work now that's
Yes,
been released?
yes.
Awesome.
I released four. I released four singles. Um, Reminds me, I miss you, on my way, and then hashtag IML in my life.
Awesome, awesome. Great. Now, being a songwriter, which I did not know, you have co-written a number of hits for a lot of different artists over the years. Tell us about that, some of the songs that you've written for some other national artists.
I co-wrote songs with Jay Sean Champion for Charlie Wilson, for Tim Bowman, um, for Silk, Johnny Gill, and we just did one on one of the Barcade members,
Wow,
and
that's a
for
name
and
you don't hear often. I haven't heard that name in a while. The
yeah,
Barcades
and Confunction.
and
We did the single.
Confunction.
We did the single on Confunction, Your Night, and we have a single out there now that just reached number 15 with a artist that I brought to my record label. His name is Lavelle, featuring Anthony Hamilton, and I brought him to my label, to Boy Wonder Records, to be in a group called G Men.
Mm,
And uh, because I didn't get the type of distribution deal that I wanted for an R&B act. I just told everybody to just do what they do. You know what I'm saying? As far, I'm not locking anyone down or stopping them from trying to pursue their career. So I told Lavelle, just keep on doing your solo thing. And Andy and Jonathan, y'all keep doing your solo thing. And when I'm able to get the type of deal that I want, then I'll bring y'all back together. And
right.
Lavelle has been recording, and myself and Jay Sean has been doing songs on him, and we think he got a hit record as a solo artist. But we do,
Awesome.
but we always Jay Sean never stopped writing,
And
and
he's
I never
local.
stopped.
He is a local Clevelander as well.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's Jason. That's Jason Champion's brother from Men at Large.
Wow. You've done so many things. You're a creative person and you've done so many things. Is there something which is it that you like best? Is it the songwriting? Is it the performing on stage? Because you guys are going to be going back out on the stage. The OJs will be sometime, you said, I think March of next year. But is there a particular thing that you like better than the other? Is it performing? Is it the songwriting? Or you just
That's
couldn't
it.
pick if you wanted to?
Well, performing with the OJs would edge it out a little bit. You know what I mean? Because I still love the creative processing of writing and producing, to see what the outcome gonna be. You know what I mean? To see if you got a
Hmm.
good record, and
Right,
people will gravitate to it.
right.
But then I got then I got this newfound love where I've been doing radio, and so during the pandemic, that has been my safe haven. That has been like that's what that's what's been keeping me sane. Doing the radio and still staying around music and trying to help other artists to be heard um, through radio.
Right.
So yeah, the live performance would edge it out a little bit with the OJs. Yes.
Yeah. The fact that you also experience, the live audience and you really get the vibe from the audience and it adds the juice. I mean, you
Yes.
get into it. So you have that effect there from performing live. And I don't think any real performer uh, would ever put that as the last thing they probably like, because it's
Yeah.
so electrifying, and and it's immediate. And when the audience gets into the performing, I mean, I imagine there's nothing that feels any better than that,
Oh,
you
it's
know.
just the greatest feeling ever. When we got the Lifetime Achievement Awards at the BET, and when we got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, those two audiences had was so electrifying, because when we got the awards, they were in front of people, and but one was at the Waldorf Astoria, and the other one um, was in LA, and but the audience was so huge, and what you get back from the audience is a great feeling. So live, anything that we do live, it's just it's just incredible.
Yeah,
Just an incredible feeling. I mean,
right. Yeah, it
oh
has to
man.
be probably just for performers. I mean, that's where you come to life. That's how you breathe, I guess. I imagine. So, you spoke a bit, you touched about the radio, and I want the viewers out there to know that you do have a radio, especially for the local Clevelanders here who are tuning in. You've got a radio show that you appear on, and it looks like you're on, let's see, WOVO 95.9 FM here in Cleveland. And I think you do what, a 2-3 hour show?
Hmm. Yes, on WOVU, it's a black owned station. It's been in
Yeah,
existence for 3 years now,
right.
and we're up and coming. And they allowed me to have a radio show on there. I came on February the 10th of 2020, and I had a 1 hour show before it at WHUR in Washington D.C.
Oh, okay.
So I was over there for 14 months. But when this opening came out, Delvis Valentine had told me about an opening, and that he was giving up. And I thought this would be a great time for me to ask to have a show in Cleveland, because I'm from Cleveland. I did the DC thing because someone asked me about it and asked me what would I do, what would my format be, and I just did it. But Cleveland was a little bit more personal. And when the wave went off the air, when Mark Ribbons and them went off the air
Yeah, I
in
remember.
in 19 December 6th, 2019, I felt like we didn't have no avenue for local entertainment to be heard on the radio, because Mark Ribbons would play local entertainment, and uh, I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to help local entertainment, or
Hmm.
entertainment from Cleveland, I should say, to be heard on the radio. And by WOVU being a terrestrial station, that they can go to the radio and just turn on. I wanted to try to make a difference, and so far it's catching on. And I come on. I do a for lovers only segment on Sunday nights from 8 to 10, and then I do drive time on Mondays and Tuesdays from 3 to 6.
Right. The for lovers only section is quite like the Quiet Storm was, that
Oh yeah,
started
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah, yeah.
DC. Yeah.
I call it uh, for the lover in you. So
Right.
yeah, 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 yeah. You're right. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was a huge success, came out of DC for many, many years. So, but yeah, so you're doing the radio, and also I believe you have some things that might be coming up here locally. Tell the viewers about that. Just some things that you may be involved in here locally coming up.
No, I really have. Uh, I've been trying to put together something at the House of Blues, um, an evening with Eric Nolan at the House of Blues. We just haven't got the date together yet. Um, where I'm going to basically do an unplug of the Mood Swing CD and the In My Life CD, and introduce some new music. I got some new music coming out. Myself and Walter Williams of the OJs, we got a new single coming out right before the first week of February, right before Valentine's Day, and then I'm looking to do some dates with Glenn Jones at some of the city wineries, around. That's for Eric Nolan. But come March of 2022, the OJs are going back on tour. So that's going to be taking up a lot of my time also, you know.
Well, we're
And
certainly gonna look forward to that. Absolutely.
right, and I'm still nurturing the movie I Am My Brother's Keeper, and we putting together a Netflix special for, I mean, something for Netflix called About That Life. So, and I'll be acting in
Awesome.
that. I'll be acting in that one too. I play I, I play a guy. I play a guy called Bugs, who's a no nonsense guy. He don't have really tolerance for BS, and he kills everybody. He's just an idiot. He's just an idiot.
So that's going to be coming up on Netflix. So we should look out for that. What's the title of the film?
About that life.
About That Life, and you'll be
It's a
starring in
series.
that. Oh,
It's a
it's a
series.
Netflix series. Great. Well, Netflix series have certainly taken off, and they're doing wonderful. Netflix is doing very, very well with those. When can we expect to kind of look for that? Have you guys already finished filming?
No, we're not finished filming. Actually, we're filming now, and we're writing as we filming, and we're looking at concrete in this like around fall of next year. You
Wow.
know, so
It's about that
but
life. Okay.
but we had just got an offer from Hulu, so everything, the ink hasn't dried yet. So you might talk to me again, and it might be somewhere else. So,
Right,
but
right. Yeah, you've got a
but
lot.
like
You've got a
mm,
lot coming up. That is for sure. That is so exciting. Please look out for Eric Nolan's In My Life. Is that the single from the CD In My Life?
actually, On My Way was a single from the CD In My Life. Hashtag OMW. That was the single from In My Life. In My Life was actually the second single from that CD. So when we released the song that we're doing on myself and Walter called Give Her Your Love, then I'll put the CD out then. I just wanted to put out singles, kept putting out singles, keep putting out singles, see
Right.
what would catch on fire. You know what I
Sure.
mean? Because I'm an
Right.
independent artist. So I'm still, I'm still grinding, I'm still hustling. So I have to
Yeah,
do what I can,
absolutely.
until I get a legitimate distribution deal.
Right. And it will happen. Well, we're going to kind of wrap up Talk Back Live. I enjoyed having you on, Eric Nolan, on Talk Back
I
Live
enjoyed being here.
today. And we love you here in Cleveland. We just want you to know that we love you
Thank you.
and we
Thank you.
appreciate you. And it never, never gets old. And keep doing what you're doing. Look out for Eric Nolan. It's About That Life. That's going to be coming up sometime next year. Look out for him locally for events coming up at the House of Blues. Look out for Eric Nolan and tune into his radio show here locally. If you're here locally, WOVU 95.9 FM on the FM dial. Check him out, Eric Nolan. You are, sir, so much a part of this history of the city of Cleveland here. And we just love knowing and being able to say that you are from Cleveland. So Godspeed to you and congratulations on all your new ventures. Let us know certainly when the OJs will be back home here in the city of Cleveland touring. And thank you for appearing on Talk Back Live.
Thank you for having me. And I'm so in love with Cleveland, Ohio, that if I could do anything to make them proud of me or make them proud of what we're trying to accomplish here in Cleveland, um, that does my heart more good than the actual uh feat itself. You know what I mean? I just want them to be proud, and I just want to uh myself and Jay Sean, we just want them to realize that we are for Cleveland, that we are for the artists here in Cleveland, that we're trying to just, keep us on the map, not put us on the map, but just keep us on the map. I mean,
Right,
Bone Thugs did a great job. Bobby
right. They
Womack did
sure
a great
did.
job. Bob Hope did a great job. Levert, the OJs, they all did a great job of keeping Cleveland in the forefront, but we just want to try to just keep it there.
Yes, indeed. And you're doing that for sure. You're doing that. Our very own homegrown Eric Nolan.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for tuning in to Talk Back Live. Be sure and catch us. We're going to have a show coming up in about 2 weeks, and then we're going to be going on hiatus for the holiday season. And we'll be back and catch up with you after the new year. Be sure go to our Facebook page. You can check us out there live. Go to our YouTube page. Be sure and like and subscribe, and please share Talk Back Live with everyone that you know of. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the show today as much as I did. Until next time, America. That's a wrap. Hope you enjoyed the show today. Be sure and go to our Facebook page, TalkBack, a thought-provoking talk format. That's TalkBack, a thought-provoking talk format. Leave us a review. Let us know what you think of TalkBack. It can only make us better. Be sure to check us out on Spotify, also Twitter, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, wherever podcasts are heard. Be sure, check us out on YouTube. Again, thank you for listening. Until next time, America.
You have been listening to Talk Back with my grandma on Spotify. Be sure and catch her every weekend. Oh, and by the way, my name is Kari. Bye.